Let's talk about sleep paralysis. So when I posted about the bad dream and how to get rid of it, some simple remedy which I gave, I think many people have practiced it and they have given feedback. It's quite interesting to know that it really helped you. That's those simple remedies. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, you can check out the video. I'll give the link in the corner. Just click that and you can check that. So in that one of the member in our YouTube, they asked us, please talk about sleep paralysis. So they wanted to know why it occurs and does it occurs to everyone and is there any solution to it. Already I've told you a solution that is more than enough. In case that is recurring sleep paralysis, then I'll give you one more additional a little bit powerful remedy that you all can try, and there is no side effects to it. So before we jump into it, let's understand what is sleep paralysis. So sleep paralysis is kind of a condition or a situation where you will be in your sleep, and during the sleep you might be into a dream where you might actually become aware. You will be completely aware that you know what's happening around you. In some cases people even open their eyes. You wanted to react, or you feel like you want to shout, or you want to call someone for help, or you want to move your body, or it could be like you want to just quickly jump out of the bed and run away from that place, but your body will not be responding. That means you are very active inside and you're completely aware in all your senses. You can smell, hear, touch, feel everything, but you cannot move your body, and it's like you are in paralysis, but you are aware. You are like a coma, but you are completely aware physically. So that is something even science don't have a clear-cut answer. So there has been some studies happening, but not a detailed studies have been conducted so far. The problem is you can't replicate that. So when you are doing a scientific study, you need to replicate a situation to find a solution. So here we don't know who will get it. So it is kind of a dark area. I'm sure most of you would have had this kind of dream. Suddenly you are in a dream, some kind of hallucination, or suddenly you are in a place and you want to run away or you want to shout. Your body will not respond, and suddenly out of shock you will wake up finally and you will feel like I was shouting. Or somebody next to you who are sleeping, they might say that you are like making a sound, but in your sleep you would have been shouting, or your lip might have been locked. So those things happen. This is called as sleep paralysis. And why it occurs is there are multiple reasons. So scientifically what they say is your deep sleep is disturbed, or a healthy cycle of sleep requirement in your body is disturbed, then these things happen. But on a spiritual plane, if you talk about sleep paralysis, there have been a lot of discussion in our ancient script, and not only in Indian culture, it is throughout the world. Like you can take the Egyptian culture, they even talk about sleep paralysis. In Egyptian culture, they specifically say it is a possession of a temporary, powerless jinn into your body. So jinn is like an advanced spirit which would actually possess you for some time, and they get their needs fulfilled through your body. Or you might see some spirit would have entered a person's body and they behave like entirely a new person. Psychologically, they say it is kind of a disorder, but still it is not proven as such. So these jinn or any spirits that enter, so how they enter into your body is through your conscious. That means when you roam out, or when you get to a place or unknown, or when you not protected, or you don't shield yourself properly. So in that case, when you roam out, there are possibilities that these spirits or these entities, they just attach to your aura. That is, they attach to your body. They don't enter your body directly. They just come into it. And when you are entering into your house, in case you do not wash your feet, hands, face, or you don't take bath, or you don't cleanse yourself, then what happens is, most likely when you go to the sleep, when you enter into a deep sleep that is around 3 to 4 or early morning, when you are completely unaware of everything, so that is the time your openings or chakras would actually, it will work in autopilot. These things would start opening up and closing. So during that time, the high possibilities as these spirits or jinn, they enter into your body. So they enter into your conscious. And once they enter, some people just stay there and they go off, or they stay there forever. And in most cases they enter, that is where your your soul would start fighting against it, because you are already not aware. So they will try to, there is a conflict inside your conscious mind. So that is how it is being projected to you in your mental mind as a dream, like you are in a situation where you are trying to fight against it and come out. So what happens in those times is you usually try to figure out, trying to come out, shout, and finally in a shock you will wake up, or it will take some time. So these kind of things sometimes happen for a different set of people. Either before they get up from the sleep they are aware but their body will not be able to move, or when they are getting into the sleep they will get into this kind of sleep paralysis. So that is how they enter into it. Nothing to get scared. A simple remedy, as I told in the earlier video, you can check it. Or additionally, what I am going to tell you here is, you need to train your mind to create a, what you call, whenever you fall into this situation. This is for people who are getting into a day-to-day, who get a recurring sleep paralysis experience. For them, you need to train your mind to find an escape place. Or this is like a switch word or a keyword, you need to program your mind into it. So once you train your mind, whenever this situation happens, you can immediately activate that feature and come out of it. So the best and easy way when these energies enter your body unconsciously in the sleep, the best is to call your family deity. The family deity is nothing but your ancestor. They are the first ancestor who decided not to take the next human form, and they stay in that middle plane, become a super soul. They are there only to protect that whole lineage. As long as you have progeny or you continue, you have a generations, till it is end, there is no bloodline from you, there is no chromosome left, anyone in that generation of your DNA, then it will stop and they will go to the next body, or they might get enlightened. That is they are like a guardian angel. So when you call their name, because their DNA is already there in your mind and it's there in your every cell. So when you are in the dream, if you program to call them, you just need to remember them once. It could be anyone. Every family has a family deity. You just need to call them consciously in the dream. Even if you remember, if you see this video and in your next time when you get into sleep paralysis, definitely you will remember this keyword of your family deity. The moment you start calling them, automatically your body will feel relaxed. So this is, I'm telling it out of my own experience, and I have told this to many people who have undergone sleep paralysis, and they have also told the same experience. First you feel like stiff. The moment you start chanting their name or calling them mentally, no matter what happens, you literally feel a shadow is coming near you, or somebody is coming and possessing you, they're touching you. You might feel all these things. You just don't need to be scared, because that is what they want. The moment you chant these words or their name, immediately they will vanish, and you will feel some kind of immediate sweat coming out of your whole body, and you will feel a lot more lighter, and then you will wake up. You can drink water if you want, and then take rest, and then continue your sleep, or read some books and do whatever it is on that day. So this is one of the most easiest method, and remember to program your mind, because next time I'm going to tell you about yantra. That is quite a big one, and it's a process. So if you don't want to engage in those things, you can program your mind only. So program your mind to call that keyword, and automatically it will protect you. Okay. So when you come to the actual mantra, so the actual mantra, I'll share it in the screen. You can see it here. So this is, you will have to take a white paper, and in a white paper with a black ink, in a small box, like an iron box, very small, tiny. It could be like say a 2 inch by 2 inch or a 1 inch by 1 inch paper. You can take with a black pen. You can draw at any time. There is no restriction. This is a sattvic practice. This is not a black magic. There is no side effects towards it, so you don't have to really worry about it. So take a small piece of 2 by 2 paper with a black ink, draw this yantra, whatever I have displayed here, and then hold it in your right. Then what you have to take is, you have to take this paper and make a small cloth pouch with a white color, and fill it with the granules of alum. Okay, I'll share the picture of alum also. You might have seen this, is called padigaram. So you might see this, as this stone would have been hanged in the entrance of many of the South Indian home. So that is the stone that captures these jinn and these unwanted energy. That is why they keep this in the entrance of the house, right above your head. So when you enter, so when you are entering the house, so automatically the thoughts, these spirits don't enter. They will just hang here for some time. Only in your sleep they go in. So what happens is, when you enter the house, it will absorb the negative energy. They keep this lemon and all other things. Those are just meant to absorb these negative energies. So you need to powder this, and that is what they used to keep that in the entrance. You can also try it. We'll talk about drishti and the entrance of it separately in a video. I'll tell you how to make it. You can try that in your home. But right now you are going to make this as a powder, like a small granules, not exactly powder. It has to be some kind of a coarse grain, like a small like a salt or even bigger than a sugar, and fill it in the pouch and keep this yantra which you prepared and keep it into it, and try to stitch it and make it like a small like a small pouch. And what you can do is you can put it into your pillow permanently. You can keep it and anybody can reuse it. If you make this one, you can give it to someone as a gift also. Of people who have a sleep paralysis issue, you can transfer it to anyone. There is no restriction here that this is very personalized. Once I make it, this is only for me. There is nothing like that. So make that and keep it in the center of your pillow, or behind the pillow also you can keep it. So make these pouches like 4-5. So but before that you need to activate that pouch. So what you have to do is take it in your right hand and cover it with your left hand and keep it near your heart, and chant like 11 or 21 times Gayatri mantra. That's all, just to activate that. So once you tell from your near your heart, because you are near your heart, automatically when you chant, that heart chakra would start producing that energy, and that will get absorbed by the alum and it will activate the yantra whenever you draw whatever it is you have written it. So then you can activate it and permanently you can keep it. This you don't have to energize it daily. If you do it, it's even greater. Or at least on Amavasya once, you can take the pouch and you can recharge it and you can keep it under the pillow. So this will help you come out of the sleep paralysis. This has, by experience I'm telling you, and many people have tried it. You can also try it, then we can figure it out whether it is helping you or not. So do try this, keep it in your pillow and try it, and you can reuse it. You can always keep that, and there is nothing wrong permanently to keep it in the pillow and keep it. There is nothing wrong in it. So as I said, this is not any dark practice or tantric or negative rituals. It is purely sattvic practice. You can keep it. In olden days, if you see, the pillow will be like a rectangle or a square, whatever model they made. I'm talking about the olden day pillow. They used to keep a center, like a button in the center, and you can see that, how do you say, the pillow will have some depth in it. They'll have a button. Actually, inside the button only, they actually used to keep this yantra and tie it. It is a very old practice, but it's mostly done in the royal families. They used to do it. But then this knowledge and this particular practice was completely hidden and nobody even noticed it. Today, they keep the button or keep that deflection or a depression in the pillow for a aesthetic sense. But you can actually use this in a creative way, and then it might actually help you to come out of these sleep paralysis. I hope this helps you, and you all have a sound sleep, because sleep is very important for any kind of spiritual growth or mental growth, or even to be harmonious with yourself. A good sleep is a very important tool. So for everyone, including scientist to spiritual person, without a proper sleep, you really can't go to anywhere. So daily it is a must for you to recharge. So do try this simple yantras and do share your feedback. Okay, and we will see you in another interesting video. Bye.